Hey guys, today I want to talk about something that's really important and many people do not even know this exists. And it is smiling depression. Unlike classic depression, where people might look sad or withdrawn, smiling depression is when someone seems happy and put together on the outside, but is actually struggling inside. And because they seem fine, it's easy for friends and family to miss the signs or overlook that something is wrong. And tragically, if left untreated, this can lead to someone taking their own life, like in the case with the regular depression. This is why people often say, I had no idea, they always seemed so happy. And this is one of the reasons that smiling depression is so dangerous. Make sure to stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to share 5 common signs that could help you spot hidden depression in someone you care about. I'm Darina, a practicing therapist, and on this channel I'm talking about psychology of relationship and mental health. So like, subscribe, and let's get started. And the first sign of hidden depression is perfectionism or overworking as a way to distract from internal struggles. In short, the person starts working excessively, spending too much time on work and other tasks, but despite the effort, their productivity declines. In today's society, work plays a big role in our lives, but when someone has a hidden depression, even if they don't seem outwardly sad, their energy and ability to handle tasks, including work, diminishes. As a result, they become less productive. It's like being busy all day, but feeling like nothing was accomplished. They spend more time working, get tired faster, and have less time to rest, creating this vicious circle. They then try to work even harder to see results, but it's like swimming against the current. This is a critical moment for friends or family to step in, ask questions, and find out what's really going on. When I work with clients, this is often one of the hardest signs to address because people don't want to admit something is wrong. They might be running from deeper issues like an abusive relationship and use work as an escape mechanism. Acknowledging these struggles can be the first step towards change, and as we know, what gets acknowledged can be changed. And the second sign is physical pain. Pain and depression are connected. When someone is depressed, they may feel pain more intensely. They might experience more headaches, more joint pain, or muscle aches. Essentially, the everyday pains we all feel from time to time become more noticeable. So if you're feeling frequent, unexplained pain, it could be linked to hidden depression. And the third sign is sudden, unexplained weight changes. Sometimes when someone has depression, their energy levels drop and they lose their appetite, leading to weight loss. Other times, they might overeat to fill an emotional void, causing weight gain. So any significant unexplained change in weight could indicate hidden depression. By the way, guys, if you're getting value from this video, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me as a new creator to develop this channel. Another sign of hidden depression is overcompensating by appearing overly positive or cheerful. Instead of displaying traditional signs of sadness, they may try to mask their inner struggles by putting on a facade of excessive positivity. This can manifest as someone consistently smiling, being the life of the party, or emphasizing how fine they are, even when they're battling deep emotional pain. This behavior often stems from a fear of being judged or desire to avoid burdening others. People with hidden depression may worry about how others will react if they show their true emotions, so they adopt a fake it until you make it attitude. Over time, this excessive cheerfulness becomes their way of managing internal turmoil, as they're afraid that vulnerability might lead to rejection or be seen as a sign of weakness. The pressure to maintain this facade can be exhausting, leading to further emotional distress. stress. They might engage in self-destructive behaviors or isolate themselves, fearing that someone might see through the mask. This type of overcompensation is a defense mechanism to avoid facing the underlying depression, but it only deepens the emotional struggle. Another sign of hidden depression is when people escape from real-life interactions into the virtual world. They may spend excessive time watching TV shows or playing video games or endlessly scrolling through social media. Interacting with people in real life requires energy, and while it's usually rewarding, hidden depression drains that energy, so they escape into a virtual world that demands less of them. Another sign, it is difficulty experiencing joy, even in typically fun activities they used to love doing. You know, when you ask someone to go dancing or suggest a movie night and they're like, nah, I don't feel like it. And it doesn't just happen once, it repeats again and again. At first it seems like they're just not in the mood. But when it happens 2, 3 or even more times, it can be a sign that something deeper is going on. When someone starts to lose interest in things they usually love, whether it's socializing, hobbies, or even simple pleasures like going out, it's often a clue that they're struggling emotionally. It's not that they don't like dancing or movies anymore, it's that they're finding it hard to connect with joy. Depression can drain energy and motivation, leaving a person feeling indifferent or numb. So they'll keep saying no to things they used to make them feel good. So what should you do if you notice these signs in yourself or someone you care about? The first step is to reflect on how long they've been present, symptoms. Try to pinpoint when you first noticed them and whether any major life events may have triggered them. For instance, I once had a client who began showing these signs after her partner cheated. She thought she had forgiven him, but deep down she was suppressing her true feelings, which eventually led to hidden depression. Another key step is identifying your emotions. Hidden depression can feel overwhelming because it's hard to understand what's really going on. Learning to name your emotions is a powerful way to gain clarity. Lastly, once you recognize these signs, it's crucial to take action. Whether it's reaching out to a therapist, talking to someone you trust, or trying self-help steps, don't ignore what's happening. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram. Or if you feel like one-on-one counseling, please go to my website to book a session. All the links I will leave in the description of this video. Take care of yourself and your loved ones, and I'll see you in the next episode.